This is Prayer Jam Live. Let's go. Prayer Jam Live.
All right, on the William Dorset Show, GFR 102.9. In studios with me, we've got a full house. We'll get to tell you the details of that right about now. Let's hit this button so you can know what's happening. It's Prayer Jam time. What is wrong? Bishop.
Good to see you.
All right, now some 20 minutes up after the hour of 9 o'clock. We have in studios here this morning our friends are from the Transforming the Nations team that is here in Antigua just to share with us a little bit about what's happening in terms of one of the events slated for this weekend. Thursday night, we have Standing in the Gap, and then we get into the Prayer Jam coming weekend. So let's hear from Pastor Lester Bradford. Good morning to you. So how are you doing?
I am good. I'm good. I feel really good because we have the cream of the crop out of Jamaica. And we picked these guys up yesterday, and we've been having such a wonderful time, and they are excited. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves when that time comes. I'm just keeping it a secret right now because it's so good, you know.
All right, let me just get your mic sorted here. So I want you to use this one. This one seems to be on holiday.
But they couldn't hear me?
No, they heard you, but
okay.
I just wanted to upgrade the quality a little bit. All right, so that comes up on the weekend. So just remind the people of the vision. I know we spoke a little earlier as to the whole concept of God charging you out to come back to the nation and bring a prayer. And now we are bringing a segment of celebration with it as well, because sometimes people think that prayer is to be low-keyed and we're just there, you know, before God, prostrate, and not understanding that we can celebrate the communication with Christ as well. Speak about that.
Because usually when people think about prayer, they think about something that is laborious. If you notice, when it's prayer night, usually in churches, you can run rats through the churches because nobody come out. But when there's a show, there's a big program and all of that, Sunday morning and stuff, everybody's there because the church has come to a point now, and it's sad to say, where entertainment is one of the things that are drawing people. And we're losing the real concept of what church is all about. It's not about entertainment. It's about ministry. And what is so good, these artists that we have that are coming on Prayer Jam, they understand what ministry is all about and not just entertainment. What is beautiful is that they are so talented and they are they really put everything into their work that when it comes off, it is done in an excellent manner. And so because of the gifts that they have, it can be enjoyed, and you're getting the cream of the crop coming out of Jamaica. So we're really looking forward on Friday night, Prayer Jam coming up, and you're going to hear these artists.
All right, we want to, of course, thank them for taking the invite, for coming in, for catching the vision, and they're going to celebrate with us coming up this weekend for Prayer Jam. So we have in front of me this morning, get your headphones on so we can continue, guys. All right. So, you sound like you're precise, man. He's making sure the left is on the left and the right is on the right. All right, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Morning.
Hey, morning.
Glad to have you here. And we have Lady in studio as well. It's a beautiful morning, and welcome to Antigua. Is your first time?
Second time.
Second time. All right, good. So this is Lucas and Projek. All right, yeah, I remember you, man. Yeah, all right. And we have Christina Roshay here as well. Good morning to you. How are you doing, sister?
I'm a bit under the weather, but I'm great. I'm happy to be here.
So we got to get you to the beach. You get rid of that cold. All right. All right. Well, just tell us a little background in terms of your ministry, where you're coming from, in terms of the process and progress that you've made so far.
All right, great. So I'm from Jamaica, as we established before, and basically started the music for about 4 years ago. I linked up with a producer in Jamaica called Rolanda Blake, and that's where I basically recorded one of my one of the songs that persons probably know me for, which is Wrap Up. You'll hear that at Prayer Jams. I did some work with Island Worship, Jermaine Edwards. I also have done some, actually have a single with Rondell Positive. I'm not sure if you're aware of him.
Yes.
But it's just been a great journey. A lot of learning, and the reason why I personally make music is because I believe that I'm a representative of God on earth, and I believe that when we walk on the streets, people don't necessarily see God. So when they see us, they should see the God in us. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And so with that said, I try to make music that embodies that. I try to make music that when people hear it, they're encouraged, they're lifted, they're ministered to. So, yeah.
All right, good. Well, we're glad that you had that sort of passion, and as you said, you've connected with some great producers and executives of the industry to be able to get a certain level of quality output for your ministry. We also have in the studio with us Mr. Lucas, Musiq. Lucas, give us your history. Tell us your story.
Not from here, Antigua. Greetings. We are in this world, but not of this world.
Great.
Well, coming from a place of doing secular music, produce as well, work with Vibes Cartel, Black Rhino.
Okay.
I don't know if you know those
Yes,
people.
yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Life got converted in 2015. Because mommy, well, I know I was raised in a Christian home, but mommy forced me to go Bible school in 2015.
Okay.
Didn't want to go, but after going to that, it's a 2-year course, but we did it in 6 months.
Okay.
After finishing that, I graduated, but I learned so much stuff during that time at the college. After that, I got baptized in 2016 on July the 27th because I had this feeling, like this urge, like I stopped drinking, stop smoking, stop going to parties. It's like everything does that. I always tell myself that I never the gospel. I can't see myself for the gospel. It's like I enjoy it because I grew up and hear them still like amen. That's just not me.
Right.
I know young people, they say the enemy. Him try to catch young people and with the slow, then realize that we love the fasting. We love the hardcore music. So if the enemy come hardcore, the Christian them can't come and try baby feed. The enemy throw some hot pepper on them. But if you throw some hot pepper and do something different, try to switch up the cycle some more.
Yes,
reach out to the young people, them love the bars, love the metaphors. And see me, when I found out that gospel can be in this form, I say, whoa. And when we start do this, man, and God start bring me some places, God carry me back in almost every school when I tell girl for why not man for bust gun. When them see me, them say, what? T zone there? When them hear me start say, Jesus there. Everybody start support him. Them still support because I know the right thing.
Yes,
just is the way, the truth and the life is the key.
We're indeed glad for that transformation of your life, man.
And I ain't going back there.
We're glad that you have been able to revisit those places that you were, as you said, carrying a certain message and now carrying the message of the gospel. So we have in the studios J Projek. What's up, my man?
I am here, what's up?
Good to have you. I hear a little Trinity there. Is that correct?
No, straight yardie, man.
So how come so that was a Yankee? What's up? That's a blended one. All right, man. So back again with us. And we're glad that you are second time around. Were you here for last year's project?
No.
Okay, so you came on another project before. And how does it feel to be a part of the prayer jam in terms of the concept of being able to celebrate in this way but still have prayer in the middle of it?
It's amazing, man, because as in remember, we're going to be going out to the schools, right? Going out to the schools and giving out some stuff for them. I mean, it's just the concept alone that's what won me over. So yeah, man, we really happy to be here. You know what I mean?
All right, there's a song that you produced, and it's called "Found You."
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the history of that.
You know, I was just listening to some music, and the concept came up, and I started reflecting on how God saved me, because I was an atheist, right? And
Wow.
God basically just knocked me over and say, all right, choose now, since you're bad, all right? You know, and the rest of it was history. I couldn't go left. I had to go right.
That's indeed a strong testimony there. I mean, you just slide over that like if it was a drink of water, but that's a total different persuasion, a total different mindset, and I think that's a good message now of conversion that you can share with the youths and share with persons just globally in terms of understanding that there is a true risen Savior. And as much as we sometimes try to denounce and think that He's not existing, our very existence is because of Him. Speak to that transformation that was made in terms of your mindset and understanding that there is indeed a God.
No, all right. So one of the things is, I used to believe in the Big Bang Theory, right? And I remember Christians coming to me and trying to preach Jesus to me, and I was like, all right, who is God? Who is God to you? Who made God? Right? I used to be very disrespectful, but then because of the encounter I had, I was in school. And there's this pastor named Mary Wiley. She came and she was talking about God. And the lady started touching people and start dropping me. I said, no, man. what kind of voodoo this? Me need my touch, right? Me need my touch,
You need
right?
your back.
Yeah, man. No one because no one she push me down. Yeah, man. And so go up and thing, and she just started praying for me, and I fell on the ground.
Wow.
Right. That was that started it for me.
Mm.
Right. That's where I said, all right, you know, something about this thing. You know, let me do some research.
Yeah.
You know, and we do have all the answers, but then you see what we have.
Is
Tells
enough.
you that it's enough. It's definitely enough.
Enough.
You understand?
And we grow in God every day, so we will learn more of Him. He's not going to
Right.
reveal his total self to us at one time because we can't physically deal with that. But the little miracle and the little instruction, the little guidance every day, I think is enough for us to know that He indeed exists. And just the creation itself, being able to enjoy the privilege of the sunrise and the sunset and the living and breathing the oxygen that you thought was a big bang, now you know where it's from.
Yes.
That you found God. We're so glad for that, and now you're living testimony of who He is, sharing with others around the globe. So we look out for your ministry experience coming on Prayer Jam. That's going to be on this weekend, October 12th. Persons, don't miss it. It's free at the University of the West Indies campus. Good open space so we can go there and celebrate God in its fullness. Man, stop the jealousy, stop the fighting with one another. What would have driven you to write this one? Was there a personal experience you had?
Well, of course, because I mean, growing up in Jamaica, you know, you have certain experiences that attributes to this. Basically, it's. I mean, a lot of people, whether they want to admit it or not, have been church hurt. I think Christ Himself was ridiculed and betrayed by the persons who were supposed to stand up for him. You understand? So from before even now, and I think it's something that Christians have an issue with. And I've been a radical person. I've been someone who wants to speak out against things like this. I see it so often where we fight against each other when we should be lifting each other up. So point blank, I find myself as a revolutionist. I just say, hey,
and
stop
you got the song to match the state of mind as well. Stop it. So we have in studios as well one DJ Argyle. He's been spinning the music ones and twos for some years now, and he's here, part of the ministry team, along with his dad from the Transforming the Nations team, to be able to bring the Prayer Jam event. Tell us, how are you feeling? The artists are now on the island. Are we ready to go just about? Give us your perspective now.
Woo! I'm so ready. Look, we got one more artist on the way, but everybody else is here.
Good.
We got to do our meet and greets. I'm so excited, even more now than before. But just so y'all know the lineup, we have Antoinette Burke, we have Jashura, Nature Kid, we have Culture D, and the three Jamaican artists you just heard from today.
Yeah.
You have Lucas Musiq, Christina Roshay, and Projek, and then we have Jaron Nurse.
Good. He's going to be coming in and will be here. So we say all roads lead to the University of the West Indies campus. How are things shaping up at the grounds?
Things are shaping up well. Don't forget, Tahila Zamar will be ministering as well, and then you'll have me DJing. So, and also we have bands that are going to be jamming. We have a jam session before the event starts, so that is from 6:30. So if y'all come at 6:30, I'll be able to hear the bands come out and jam together. But we are excited about the lineup for the night. We have free giveaways that we're doing that night. It's free admission. Nobody has to pay a dime to enter. So we want everybody to invite your friends, your family, your co-workers, everybody. Come out on October 12th. And please don't forget, the whole point of October 12th is to bring awareness to October 11th, which is the night of prayer, standing in the gap. So we are trying to encourage Antigua and Barbuda to pray for your nation and the nations of the Caribbean.
Indeed. We will be there on the 11th to really, as you said, go before God in terms of seeking His mercy on our territory. All right, so it's going to be starting at 6:30, you said, for the jam with the musicians as they warm themselves up to get into ministry. For 7 o'clock kickoff, there's a glow show now. I know the sun is starting to set a little earlier in our region, so we're going to, is it capitalize on that? Tell us about the glow show concept.
Yes, we're definitely ready for this glow show. We got some t-shirts that have glow in the dark print on it, and we also have some glow sticks and stuff. Anybody who's been to Prayer Jam before, you already know how we get down, how we give it up crazy, and it's gonna be no less this year. We're gonna just do it to the max.
So we will have glow sticks shouting out "Stop It" for Christina. We're gonna have glow sticks for "Found You" for J Projek, and the fun song. We have to have glow sticks for that one.
Yes, definitely.
Coming from Lucas Musiq. So and also we can from Jason Nurse, and we're gonna do some glow sticks for that.
That's
as well.
right, All right, so Caribbean Christian.
Everybody, we can glow and of course celebrate God in this whole process. So it's 5 years already, man. Could you believe it?
Yes, 5 years, man. And you know, this thing birthed out of God telling our bishop to really go hard after the young people, and the way to do that was through music. Because that's what everybody uses at some point in your day. You're using it when you wake up in the morning, on your way to work, on your way to school. Music is a part of all of our lives. So we decided to use music to reach the young people on the island, because we want every young person to know that the talent that God gave you is to be used for His glory. And we want to give everybody a platform to use their talents. That's why musicians are able to play their instruments. Artists are able to perform and write songs, and there's so much more that we have coming up. We want to do some different workshops and different things where we can encourage people to build their craft, work on their craft, and perfect their craft, so that we're not just giving God something that we just started out with. We're giving Him something on a level of professionalism.
Yes,
and
indeed.
that's why we're bringing these artists from Jamaica, bringing these artists from Trinidad, and even the artists on the island from Antigua. We are trying to show people that this is the level you want to attain to. This is the professionalism that we want people to see, that Christians, we're not just putting out any kind of music and this track doesn't sound right, and you know, there's no effort in the songwriting. We want them to see we are writing serious lyrics that are lifting up God and intertwine into your daily walk. So we have Christians writing love songs, we have Christians writing songs for party time, because everybody celebrates their birthday, and we also have Christians writing songs that are more worship and praise for when you're in the presence of God, for that type of sound. So there are different aspects of life, and as Christians we're infiltrating all of them.
All right. Thank you, DJ Argyle, and we look out for Prayer Jam coming on Friday. I'm going to just speak to your dad for a moment, Bishop Lester Bradford, the vision carrier the visionary of this initiative that would have started with Standing in the Gap some 20-something years ago.
This made the 21st year.
21st year.
Yeah.
And we just want to spotlight the Thursday night, which of course is Standing in the Gap Intercession for the Nation. There's going to be a special speaker?
Yes, there's going to be Apostle Milton Gordon, who's going to be there. Powerful man, word of wisdom, international. And he is going to, I know that he's going to have a message for the nation. So we're really looking forward to that.
And we also have the ministry of Tahila Zamar as well.
Tahila Zamar coming out of New York. And they have been coming annually for the last,
A little over 5 years.
Yeah,
about 6 years.
About 6 years. Yeah.
So they've been coming, and we're glad for that. Also, there's a feature I just have been hearing resonating, the Antigua and Barbuda Combined Choir.
Yes.
Tell us about
that. Look, we're putting a choir together, Antigua and Barbuda. We want to have this combined choir. This is the first time we're doing it, and they had their rehearsal last night.
Good.
It was powerful.
Yes,
it was
yes.
powerful.
Good.
And so we're really looking forward to that on Thursday night, the combined choir.
Good. Well, we prepare ourselves and get ready for prayer. As we said, the prayer and intercession for our nation is not something that we can do too much of. We always need to do that.
That's
and
right.
Speak about how times would have changed. When you started this vision some 20 years ago, and how the world has evolved, and in terms of the times becoming more perilous, and how it's important for us to pray.
Well, it is very important to pray, because so many things are going on today. Some things that we're not familiar with are taking place. And prayer definitely changes things. When God put man on the earth, He put us on the earth to rule. He said that we are supposed to have dominion over the works of His hands. Now, once God said, that you are supposed to have dominion over the works of my hands, over everything that is in the earth, under the earth, that flies over the earth. Once he said that, that's where prayer was initiated. Because you can't rule without God. Remember, Jesus said, without me you can do nothing. So once God says, rule in the earth, that's where prayer comes in, because we've got to ask God for the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the spiritual discernment as to how to rule effectively in the earth. So that's where prayer began, when God commissioned us to rule in the earth. And so every day of our lives, we're supposed to pray. If you notice, God didn't say, worship me without ceasing. He didn't say, praise me without ceasing. He said, pray without ceasing. Why did he just say pray without ceasing? He didn't have to say worship me without ceasing, because you cannot pray correctly without worship. You cannot pray correctly without praise. You cannot pray correctly without lifting up the name of Jesus. So when you pray without ceasing, then you're worshiping and praising God and doing all of these things. And so I'm really very excited, because the Lord has called us now. The new phase of this ministry is to actually change the culture. We're called to change the culture of the nation and change the culture of the church. And if you're going to change the culture, as the Lord showed me, the people from the baby boomers, that's me, my generation, it's like we're already set in our ways. It is so difficult getting those people to move and to see things, even the pastors and stuff. And so God told me, listen, I want you to go from the youth. Go from the youth. Start changing the culture of the youth and come on up. So you're going to take it from the bottom up. And so that's why we're going after the youth. That's why we're bringing these youth pastors in, because that's what they are. They're instructors. They are the teachers. These singers, they are writing the lyrics. And the people, the young people, they are gravitating to the lyrics. So they are the instructors. And one of the things that we want to do in our seminars that are coming up, because Prayer Jam is not an event anymore. Prayer Jam is now a movement. We're going to be having seminars now and put these, like these singers, these writers, put them to teach and let them understand how very important they are to changing the culture of the generations to come.
Yes,
so
indeed.
You guys have a tremendous work ahead of you, and we want to be, I like an elder, want to be one of those who is going to share some things with you that will make you very effective in your ministry.
Indeed, and that goes back to the point of standing in the gap.
That's right.
Standing in the gap to, as you said, push them along in their ministry as we intercede for the nations of our region and the global and the world on a whole. So we look out for that on Thursday, 7 o'clock. The Antigua and Barbuda Combined Choir, to Hila Zamar, and also the ministry of Apostle Milton Gordon. He'll be with us as well on the Transforming the Nations team, led by Bishop Lester Bradford and his wife, Pastor Janet Bradford.
We also have a surprise for everybody. The Cadence Group will also be ministering on the night of Standing in the Gap. And I just want to give a shout out to Culture D, who does way more than just performing as an artist.
That's true.
Culture D is holding us down on so many levels.
Right.
So shout out to Culture D.
All right, great, man. That's my boy, Culture D, as you said, a gentleman who goes above and beyond just to make sure that all persons are doing well. All right, so here we are, Prayer Jam 2018 and Standing in the Gap, Transforming the Nations as we intercede for Antigua and Barbuda with Bishop Lester Bradford. Just about 4 minutes before we say goodbye to you here for today on the William Dorset Show. Along with me, tag teaming was Jay Osborne. He got pushed in the side of the room. we have about a bunch of people here, but he said, you know what, let me just, not stand in the gap, but let me stand back. And thank you guys for coming in. We would have had Lucas Musiq and also Projek and the lady who's going to get dipped into our Antigua seawater, Christina and Roshay, to get a little healing for the little cold that she has.
We got Dewry here too.
And Dewry, hey man, what's up? I got to talk to you.
All right, being pressed into this here. I was playing the back for sure.
I know. So you're set and ready for all the events. I know you, of course, are one of the persons who's been really trying to manifest the dream and the vision that your dad would have started in terms of standing in the gap and prayer jam.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it comes from a deep place. You know, in a sense, I kind of inherited this movement that we're part of right now. And I'm very excited because at the core of me, it's all about the young people, man. And I know all right, I'm 43. Cat's out the bag, right? But I'm all about the young people because I know they represent the future. And, you know, at the end of the day, if we can get the young people to understand what the future needs to be and the role that they play and the value that they bring to the future, I know we're going to have a very bright future. And so that's what this whole movement is about, you know, bringing this talent over here and showing them, look, guys, you don't have to be a one-trick pony. At the end of the day, we all have different talents that are in us. We need to find and pull that talent out and use that for the glory of God, you know? And it doesn't have to be singing. You could be an artist. You can get into painting. You could be a spoken word, you know, artist. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different talent that you can use, and look outside and then look inside and say, you know what? What void is out there that I need to fill as someone who's going after God and has a message for the people? Look inside, ask God to help you identify that talent and then bring it out, because the world needs that. You know, we do ourselves and the world a disservice if you just sit in your room and you cower out when you know you have something in you that needs to be out there. That freedom of expression is powerful. Yes, whether it's a word, it's a thought that you bring out through art or through clothing. I'm a fashion designer. I'm on the fashion side of things, and even through fashion and design, I do my expression. You know what I mean?
Right, so we
bring it out.
For that. Yeah, thank you for being a part of that and for sharing a little bit of your vision and the purpose behind this drive to have Prayer Jam to intercede also for the nation in terms of standing in the gap and for, as you said, making sure that we get persons to bring what's inside of them, whatever God would have destined for them to get to in terms of their expected end. We want to find a way to push them into it so they can indeed give God glory at the end of it all. Jaron Nurse, he'll be here for the Prayer Jam, so we're going to roll out with him. It's been a wonderful day. Hope that you guys would have had a great time being a part of our journey. Don't forget, we want to make God First Radio 102.9 your best companion for your walk with God. So we're not going to ask that you leave with us, but just stick around. We've got more programming indeed that can help you along your way. Now, who's trying to call me? They're not listening to God First Radio apparently. So we got to deal with that. When we answer this call, we tell them first thing you need to do, listen to God First Radio. Why is this phone not working? All right. I
think it is working. That's the problem.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye to you for now. This now, 10 o'clock, and have a wonderful day, people. And we'll continue with our programming. Bye-bye.
Another hour of His Word, His music.
All right, good stuff, people. Hello, everyone. I'm William Dorset, of course, owner of God First Radio 102.9. We hope that you get us, of course, at our website for live streaming 24/7. That's at godfirstradio.com. But I'm here to tell you about a special event that comes up. It's Prayer Jam 2018, the fifth installment of this. So it's 5 years now in the making, and featuring being spotlighted this year is going to be Jaron Nurse out of Trinidad and Tobago. Along with him, we have the lineup of Christina, Roshay out of Jamaica, Lucas Musiq, Projek, and then also some ministers from here in Antigua. We have Culture D, Antoinette Burke, Joshua, and Nature Kid. The special thing about this is it's free, so there's no need to put your hand in the pocket. All you got to do, come with your hearts and spirit open to receive from God as we celebrate Him at Prayer Jam 2018.
Visit PrayerJamLive.com for more info.